Oh yeah, you already know we live, we back. What a stalker, man! Like Jay Addison, kick rocks, will ya? Kick rocks. Big shout out to everything they got going on down at Conley Stadium. You already know where the nice play, where all the good football takes place, where breakthrough is down there, man. What's up, everybody? How are we doing? This guy is just stalking me. Stalking me. Yo, check out the Lineman's Camp. You want to see me? Show up to the Lineman's Challenge. Show up July 30th, the Lineman's Challenge, 40 Reservoir Road, Coventry, Rhode Island, man. Kick rocks, man. Talk about a stalker, man. This dude be stalking. But big shout out, man. Breakthrough is everything they said it was. My goodness, man. We'll discuss it when I see you. Take care. See, this dude from Mount Pleasant wants to keep threatening me. That's the kind of coach they have up there at Mount Pleasant High School, man. That's why I'm not going to be happy till I see on School Springs, new coach at Mount Pleasant High School. Because you don't even want to know. I got nothing to say to you, bro. Kick rocks, man. You have a coach. This guy got no control over his program. You want to talk about a pay to play at Mount Pleasant High School? Shirts and shorts, money must be in, or you cannot dress week 1. That's who you got running your program up there at Mount Pleasant High School. And some things just have to be said. This guy has no control over his team. No control over, you know what? There's so much things I could say. Oh my God. Wait till that other police report comes out. What's going on, everybody, man? We here to talk. Part 2. There was some things I wanted to get off my chest, man. But big shout out to everybody, man. Get over there and check out the Elite Football School. Big camp coming up, grades 6 through 12, man. Shout out to all the people that are doing their due diligence to promote football the right way and not these clowns that we have, like what's up on Mount Pleasant High School. Wait, listen, I'm going to show you guys something. You see what this is? This is the police report from Scituate Police Department on the former coach that Scituate had, Derek D'Souza, who is now the offensive coordinator at Mount Pleasant. But Jay Addison, see, he does that word semantic stuff. Oh, no, he's a helper. There's a lot of people that help me. I never seen a helper wear a headset. I never seen a helper call offensive plays at your passing league. And here's a man that's suspended to start the season. What type of coach gets suspended before the season even begins? I'm going to tell you about your boy over there. Like this dude, they all need to be exposed. Everything that's going on in sports right now. It started with Scituate High School. All the stealing that was going on allegedly up there. And we can't even say allegedly because we have the police report. The only reason that this guy is not in jail, which I think he should very well be, because the school said, we got our money back. And you know how the school got their money back? He went crying to the Charahoe Charger guy, the nice guy too, young guy, right out the Marines or right out the Army, servicemen. Oh, they're going to put me in jail. He gave him $1,000. Guess what? He's burnt. He is not getting his money back. Eddie Insco paid the rest of the money. He's not getting his money back. In Defgram doing what's right has going on. I did talk to Mark Gorman today from the Ocean State Steelers, and he did say that they're doing, as long as the equipment's returned, parents are going to get their money back, but they have to go to West Road Police, go through the process, file a police report. But now we have a situation with the cheerleaders from a message that I just read. They're upset, and they want to come on and talk about it, and they're definitely welcome. I welcome everybody. I will not deny anybody a chance to come on and talk about their situation. But from what I understand with the cheerleaders up there, and the president is welcome to come on and say his side. But from what I understand, before we get into this police report, from what I understand that cheerleaders signed up for the Ocean State Steelers And somebody seen one of the shows that we did last week, and they said that the cheerleaders spent like 180 for the season. They were promised uniforms, shoes, bowls, etc. They only got to do one game, which was like a 2.5 hour ride away, 90-degree heat, and our cheerleader were refused water. And they also refused refunds and told us we can't do refunds. That would take away from the others. So we're gonna let the cheerleaders' parents come on. And they're commenting right now, say that they returned all the equipment at the end of May and haven't even seen a refund yet. So we're definitely going to address that situation soon. But today we talking about what's going on over in Scituate. We're gonna Eddie Insco is gonna come back on. Actually, he wants to he has a few things now that this police report is out and we hear what's been going on. He wants his chance because, I think in this police report, it says that the money was used for dry cleaning. That's what Derek D'Souza said the money was used for. And this guy only can be mad at himself. He has no one else to be mad at but himself. So the police report says, let me see. This is page. Let me get page 1 up here. Hold on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it up on the big screen behind me. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put it right up on the big screen. We're gonna put it up on the big. I don't know how the view is gonna be, but we're gonna put it up on the big screen. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm gonna have to do this another way. All right. Give me 1 second. So we definitely gonna put this up on the big screen. All right. It says on Friday. Let me take this down, just so you can see it up behind me. Oh, you can't even see the words. All right, I'll put this back up there. This ain't even something I wanted to do, but until I start getting threatened by high school coaches, I'm not going to get threatened. I am not going to be threatened by any high school coach. No, this is not happening, man. Like, this is the second time this Addison dude threatened me. Like, are you kidding? This is a high school football coach. This is the mentor for your children, this guy. You know what I mean? Like I told him, kick rocks. And he keeps calling me like nonstop, like he's a stalker. You know what I mean? On Friday, April 8th, at 8 in the morning, Scituate High School principal, Mr. Michael Hassel, advised me of an ongoing concern surrounding a fundraising that was coordinated by the former Scituate High School head coach, Mr. Derek D'Souza, public information. In the fall of 2021, Mr. D'Souza worked with the internet-based company, it's redacted, to raise funds for the football team. This is the popcorn company that a lot of people use, right? So Mr. D'Souza was the primary contact, was redacted again. The fundraising package selected by Mr. D'Souza was the gourmet popcorn program. I bet we got to have the gourmet, the best stuff, right? This required football team players to sell popcorn packages to family and friends, and he did it very aggressively. Very aggressively. According to the fundraising page, 2021 Scituate Spartan football fundraiser proceeds collected will be used for uniforms, travel costs, entry fees, and equipment. What type of travel costs would a public football school have to pay for? I'm just curious. What type of travel costs would a public football team have to pay for? How about equipment? Doesn't the school pay for that? But according to the donation page, a total of $7,895. That's right. That's what Mr. D'Souza collected. $7,895 in total revenue was collected. A different amount of money were donated by a total of 114 people to the Scituate Spartans football program. From that amount, the cost of goods sold, vendor fees, sales commission was deducted, right? So after the expenses, a total of $3,453 was paid to, well, it remained for the Scituate program. According to Mr. Hassel, I don't want to get ahead of myself, and the Scituate Athletic Booster Club, Mr. Dan Wolf, the Scituate School District does not have a formal fundraising policy. There is, however, an unwritten procedure in place. And please leave your comments. Let me know. Do we need scum gang like this? And here's a kicker, like, after all this was said, Jay Addison knew about it. We told him about it, and he still thought it was a good idea to bring this guy on his program. But he didn't hire him like you would traditionally hire someone. Oh, he's a helper. Oh, he's a helper. I never seen a helper with a headset on. And I think he was up at the passing league today calling plays, right, with a headset on. I don't know, coaches, would you let a helper call your offensive plays? I don't know. We're gonna have to ask some coaches this. So let me go on. This procedure allows anyone to raise money for an athletic team. Anybody? So anybody could raise money for the Scituate Spartans football program. As long at the conclusion of the fundraiser, the money collected is turned over to the Booster Club. It's then deposited into a general fund, a checking account, right? But you're going to hear what happened. None of this happened. The money is held in the account and distributed by the Booster Club, right? So a check for $3,450 was made payable to a Mr. Derek D'Souza on Saturday, October 3rd, 2021. This check was cashed by Mr. D'Souza on Tuesday. Now, he's the Mount Pleasant High School offensive coordinator. Don't let no one fool you. Mr. Steve Parry, I told you, pay attention to this today. Everyone knows who Steve Parry is, right? Okay. In separate interviews, Mr. Hassel, Mr. Wolf, and O'Neill all stated that this was the second. This was the second fundraiser program, right? The second one. According to the donation page, Mr. D'Souza, $6,310 in revenue was collected in 2020. This was another fundraiser, different amounts of money. During the 2020 fundraiser campaign, a check was made payable to Scituate Spartan Booster Club, right? Mr. Wolf stated the 2020 check was delivered, right? That was the first check, all right. This followed the unwritten procedure, right? So, all right, he did what he was supposed to do. According to Mr. Hassel, on Tuesday, April 5th, 2022, he held a virtual meeting with Derek D'Souza. This meeting was witnessed by Scituate High School paraprofessional Miss Dale Antonelli. During this meeting, Mr. Hassel questioned Mr. D'Souza about the profits from the 2021 football team fundraiser that were entirely unaccounted for. Unaccounted for. Did I say that word again? Unaccounted for. Damn, there's a thief in the house. How's that song go? I think it's there's a jerk in the house, but there's a thief in the house, you know. But this is the funny part. Mr. D'Souza confirmed he coordinated the online fundraiser, admitted to cashing the check, which is obtaining money under false pretenses. That's what that is, and that is a crime, obtaining money under false pretenses, right? But guess what Mr. D'Souza said he used the money for? Oh, he said he used the money for dry cleaning of uniforms and purchasing of sample uniforms. What's a sample uniform? But the dry cleaning thing, because Eddie Insco says he paid for the dry cleaning, and Eddie said he actually has the receipts from the dry cleaning. And you know what? We're going to get Eddie up in here. I'm going to give Eddie a call and see if he wants to come up in here, explain this, because either Eddie wasn't telling the truth, which I don't know. He looked pretty honest the other day when he was talking. Or this dude that's been lying over and over and over and over, that's been, you know, the Charahoe coach. He hustled $1,000 from him. This poor guy is just out of the service, young guy, nice kid. You burnt him for $1,000. Like, what's going on here? But you said you purchased the stuff. You said this was for sample uniforms, for dry cleaning. Earlier, you said it was for travel expenses, equipment, and fees and stuff like this. Like, are we ever gonna stop stealing? And this ain't nothing new with this D'Souza dude. Like, how long has this been going on? A long time. Ask any program that he coached on. Neither were done. Now, he said on April 8th to either, they told Derek on April 8th, you either got to bring the money in full or we want detailed records. And he said, oh, we're trying to get the records from the popcorn company, knowing that the school already talked to the popcorn company. Neither was done. Promoting Mr. Hassel to bring the matter to the attention of the Scituate Police Department. Now, and I can show you all Jay Addison's mess. Like, he's okay with this. He had no problem with having a thief on his staff. No problem at all. On Friday, April 15th, at approximately 11 o'clock, Mr. Hassel completed a handwritten 2-page witness statement I collected from him in his office. In the statement, Mr. Hassel indicated that Scituate High School wanted to press charges against Mr. D'Souza. Now, on Monday the 18th, another witness statement was conducted. You want to see that one? I am so sick of these guys out here doing this to these programs. Everything going on with North Smithfield, North Kingstown, that's been going on over a decade. I'm not saying all the coaches had anything to do with them situations, but I'm sick of all the BS that's been going on. This guy used this program as his personal piggy bank. Well, Mr. Wolf, now Wolf was the Booster Club president. I gotta send this guy. Wolf was the Booster Club president, right? Nice guy from what I understand. And they also wanted to press charges. It's actually right up here at the top of it. Please screenshot this. But I will post all these reports on my Facebook page, on my Twitter page. I had enough with these two clowns. Had enough with Jay Addison, with Derek D'Souza. Did you see how Jay Addison conducted himself at that Tolman football game? Did you see what went on in the parking lot after the game? Helmets being thrown, equipment being thrown. Dude's a baby. Dude can't even control his own. Never mind a team. Can't even control his own. Can't even keep his own in order. So where am I? I'm all pumped up right now. Like, you don't even know. In the statement, Mr. Wolf indicated the Scituate Athletic Booster Club also wants to press charges against Mr. D'Souza. Scumbag. Big time. On Monday at 1300 hours, I attempted to contact Mr. D'Souza. Oh, yeah, look at that. My Eddie wants to come on the show. Should I send Eddie Insko an invite? Give me a thumbs up. Who wants Eddie up in here? Who wants Eddie up in here? You know, we try to keep it positive. We try to keep it, let's promote some good things. Who wants Eddie up in here? Oh, there's some thumbs up. You know what? We getting him. We getting Eddie up in here because Eddie knows firsthand what happened. Nobody knows like Eddie, and Eddie caught a lot of heat. Eddie definitely caught a lot of heat these last couple of months. You know what I mean? And some of it was warranted, some of it wasn't warranted, but when you lay next to dogs, you get fleas. And we know Jay Addison and Derek D'Souza are the biggest dogs. Let me tell you, Jay Addison, my goal is on School Springs to see now hiring Mount Pleasant football, new head coach. That's my goal. Look at this. We didn't even have to wait long. Look, you people wanted it. I said, you want to talk to Eddie Insco, give me a thumbs up, right? I got 5 thumbs up back to back, and here he is by popular demand. Eddie Insco, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
Eddie, you said the other day that you paid for the dry cleaning. It says in his police report that Derek said that's why the $3,000 was taken and not given back to pay for the dry cleaning. Who paid for the dry cleaning?
I pay for the dry cleaning every single week. I gathered up the clothes on a Friday night, put them in the back of my truck, dropped them off in Cumberland on Saturday, picked them up on Wednesday, folded in plastic bags. And the new coaches at Scituate, when they opened up the trailer, when they took over the job, guaranteed when they opened up the trailer, they saw the plastic bags with Edward Insco's name on the ticket that was paid for.
Now, also it said sample uniforms. What's a sample uniform?
Sample uniform is they send like a prototype of a uniform out. They cost like, I don't know, like $100. But that's funny because the guy with the samples is chasing Derek for the money. Never paid him. Never paid him.
This is such, and that just joins the list. I got a phone call a couple days ago from a Charahoe Charger, nice kid, some young kid on the youth program. Said Derek burnt them for $1,000.
Yeah, and he burnt other people. He burnt Mark too, and he burnt me, and he burnt everybody. And when we try to contact him, he blocks you and deletes you off his page, so you can't get a hold of him any longer. Oh, it's sad. It's sad that Derek is like that, man. He's pathetic, man. It's really pathetic.
Now, when I met you guys, I did a live stream up at Johnson High School for your injury fund game. You know, I was all in. I wanted to promote Scituate football. Did I not?
Yep, you sure did.
And what happened? How did I get shut down?
Well, because he talked a big game and we weren't ready to play at that level yet. You came to a game, you watched us play. I mean, you have a long trip back, and because we didn't play well and we lost, he got butthurt over it and he stopped talking to you.
No, exactly. You know, so I'm gonna go on. I've been reading this. I don't know if you've been following, paying attention. But right now it says that this is when the police talked to Mr. Wolf, who was the Booster Club president, and Mr. Wolf said the Booster Club definitely wants to press charges against Mr. D'Souza. So let me continue. On Monday, 4/18 at 1300 hours, I contacted Mr. D'Souza by phone. Yeah, what else is new? My call was directed to a voicemail system. I left a message from Mr. D'Souza requesting he contact the police department regarding the Scituate High School football team fundraiser. And at no surprise, them calls were never returned. On multiple occasions, Detective Sergeant Frank Rambone attempted to contact Mr. D'Souza. In each instance, his call was directed to a voicemail system. A voicemail was left from Mr. D'Souza several times requesting he contact the police department fundraiser. On Tuesday, April 19th, Scituate Police District Athletic Director, Mr. Salvatore Gassamino, completed another handwritten one-page witness statement he collected from the lobby area located East Greenwich. In the statement, he indicated that Mr. D'Souza 2021 fundraising activities for the high school were not authorized by the athletic department. They was notified by Mr. Wolf in early March of 2022 that the money from these fundraisers never added up and never came to the high school football program, was never turned over to the Booster Club, and they brought the matter right to the principal. And at the end of the report, it says on Wednesday, 9/20, I attempted to contact. My call was directed to another voicemail requesting contact the police department about the high school fundraiser. Does that all sound pretty accurate?
Dead on the money, right on the money. Yep.
Because you was also contacted by the police.
Oh yeah, well,
right?
I was every time the officer called me, I answered the phone, I talked. And the sad thing was Scituate was trying to work with them. They were trying to come to a conclusion with D and make it right. And he just like blew them off. He never responded back to them. And I had people calling me like, Eddie, can Can you get a hold of Derek? Eddie, can you get a hold of Derek? Eddie, can you get a hold of Derek? And I find, like, I talked to Derek and I kept telling Derek, you need to call this officer. You need to talk. Even one of the kids we coached, father, who's a cop, who was in contact with the officer who knew him, and he's an officer in another city. He was trying, and he just didn't want to do anything. So they gave him 3 weeks to come up with the money and pay the money.
Yes,
Well,
and actually, Scituate actually told me the same thing. They said we tried over and over to work with this guy. We reached out to him. Phone call after phone call was ignored. Now, it says on April 28th, this report was forwarded to Detective Sergeant Rambone for further investigation, investigatory consideration. On Friday the 29th, Mr. Souza finally contacted him. He advised on Monday between 9 and 10, he would respond to the Scituate Police Department with $3,453 in cash for the fundraiser. How was that money obtained?
Oh, put it this way. He got desperate. So he had weeks to come up with the money. And then what he ended up doing was the day before, I think it was on a Sunday, he started like scrambling. So I guess he had went and borrowed some money from Mark. He went to borrow money from the kid from Charahoe. And he was in my driveway. And every driveway he went into, he was crying. And he played the victim card like he was sorry. And then he's like, oh, I'm going to get paid. I'll pay you guys back. I'll do this. I'll do that. And he came to my house about 11 o'clock at night. And he was in my driveway crying, huffing, puffing, whatever he was doing. And I felt bad for the guy. I was trying to help him. But I am a fool.
And you coming out of your pocket, I'm sure people advised you against it.
My wife and my son were very upset with me. My wife is like, when are you going to learn this guy is he's a bum. He's never going to pay you back.
So this brought problems into your home.
Of course it did. My son Eddie didn't talk to me for a while after it because he coached my son Eddie. And my son Eddie couldn't stand him. My son Eddie left not liking him. That's why Eddie never came to a Scituate game, never came to a practice, never wanted nothing to do with it.
Your son was a pretty good football player in back in his day, from what I hear.
I like to think so. Yeah. He put up the numbers. He put up great numbers. The kid had over 200 tackles in 2 seasons and never made All-State, which is a mystery to me. But hey, that's for another show. And
someone that known Derek all his life, like the people that know him all their life, have the worst things to say. And it's funny because these are like his lifetime friends. Look, shout out to Jumbo over there. Ran out of friends to burn. Now he's burning kids.
Well, you know what? I talked to Jumbo. He hit me up the other night after my thing with him, and he seems like a really sincere guy. We had a nice conversation, and some of the stuff he was telling me, well, it was like deja vu. It's like Derek uses the same excuses over and over again why things don't happen. Like he told me his father choked on steak. I guess he's told everybody that excuse once or twice. So who knows?
And I heard from a mutual someone that we both know and said this guy asked me for $2,000 and I only knew him a couple weeks. And right away he thought that put up a red flag. Coach Pennington said, what year did your kid play and for who?
Played for Cumberland High School. And he played, so my son's 20. He was there 3 and 4 years ago.
You know, your son, I seen a picture of him. He's a pretty rugged kid.
Yeah, he was a good player. I got some highlight films of him. Did a great job. I mean, a great kid. He was a soldier. He went to Cumberland High School. Didn't have a good experience there with the coach in there, but he played football. He did his job. He got out, and he's doing great now. I'm proud of my kid.
So this is where the police report, I think it brings you into the picture, but it redacts your name. It says on Monday, May 2nd at approximately 8:15 in the morning, I met with blank and Mr. Wolf, blank, 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 and blank, presented $3,453 in cash to Mr. Wolf, stated that Mr. Souza was not able to deliver the money. He didn't show up to deliver the money.
No, he was petrified. He was like, oh, I'm going to go to jail. I'm like, well, Derek, if you didn't do nothing wrong, why are you going to go to jail? I'll be there. I'm going there. And he's like, nope, I'm not going there. I don't want no part of it. So he kind of like, so I was like, well, Derek, I got to go there. I'm going to make it right. And I went there and I did it. I did it for the program. I mean, foolish for burning Scituate.
So,
Just
like, you
foolish.
can't even pay the piper. You can't even face, like, if he was going to go to jail, like, you can't run from the police. Like, they always get their man. Look at Whitey Bulger, but they always get their man. Like, you're not going to run. Like, what other reason was it not to go?
He does. That's what Derek does. I mean, Derek, every time when it goes and gets rough, and I mean, this ain't the first time. We coached with a lot of guys at Scituate that were friends of his. I mean, there was another gentleman there. His son ran a workout facility out of a private gym, and Derek promised this guy, "Oh yeah, we'll bring the kids in." The kids were there working out, so the guy went for payment. And Derek was like, "Well, I got to wait for the booster club." Well, the guy wasn't hearing that. He showed up to Derek's door, and Derek's father had to pay the money. Derek's father paid the money for him. Yeah. So I mean, it's crazy. Like he doesn't face the music. You know, he doesn't learn his lesson. He just keeps doing it and doing it and doing it. And come to find out, even last year he did it. Beginning of the season, we were in a passing league with Pontigansett and EWG, and there he is out in the parking lot, taking $50, $60 per kid on our passing league, ordering short stride fits for the kids, and nothing ever came. So I also paid that bill. It was like $700 and change. I paid that beginning. So that I'm out of a lot of money.
Now, Eddie showed me a lot of the receipts that he had. Like Eddie paid a lot of money in that program.
Paid it all.
So I have no reason to think Eddie was lying. People that didn't even really like Eddie over the lot, like actually reached out to Eddie and said, like, am I right?
Yeah, I mean, well, at the end of the day,
not that they didn't like you, but people that were upset at you
yeah. Well, I talked to Jimmy Cook the other day. We had a nice conversation for 2 hours, and we came to a conclusion. It was one common denominator in our problem, and his name was Coach D. He would go to Jimmy, tell Jimmy something. He would come back to me and tell me something, and he kept pinning us against each other. So I had a nice little talk with Jimmy. We mended defenses. I met this guy, Jumbo. Seems like a really nice guy. There's a couple other people I want to touch base with soon, but I got good feedback. A lot of coaches have reached out to me, and we got a couple offers up on the table right now, and I'm just exploiting my options right now, Mike. But I mean, yeah, your platform has really helped a lot. I should have did this a long time ago. I regret I didn't. But like I said, I did it for my son. I mean, I wanted my son to have a good experience because at the end of the day, that's who's the most important is my son.
And that was my next question because, people saying why now? And I know we went over this the other day, but for people that are watching today, just kind of rehash why you waited till now.
Because when all this came out, we were already getting ready with the Steelers, and Coach D was the head coach there, and I was the DC over there, and we had a bunch of new guys. And my son is he played football there. He made the team, and I had a couple other kids from Cumberland I've coached in the past, and I was looking forward to coaching, and we were over there working, all of us guys, and then all this stuff started sprinkling out. So I didn't want it. You were like, Eddie, come on, explain yourself. And I kept saying to Mike, I said, Mike, I can't right now. I want my son to finish it up, and when it's over, I'll come out, and that's what I did.
And we had a few issues, you and I, over it.
Of course,
we had back and forth.
Of course, but at the end, and I didn't understand. I mean, I fell into that trap like a lot of the other coaches. I'm like, hey, Mikey, I thought we were friends, and you're out here, and you're like, Eddie, we are friends, but I have to be honest, I have to report. I mean, if this guy like Cliff did when Cliff thing went on, you report it, and I understand now. I understand why you do what you do, and people's feelings get hurt. Well, you shouldn't be out there doing wrong stuff.
Exactly. If I do something wrong, like they're gonna call me out. But West Pennington also said, Eddie, where are you from originally?
I'm from Cumberland. I grew up in Pawtucket. When I grew up in Pawtucket.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Tolman High School.
I know all this stuff, but I'm just asking for the people. Real quick, what's up with the casket thing? Didn't Tolman used to have a casket?
Oh
Something
my
about
God! So back in the day, and it was for years. So we had a rivalry with St. Ray's on Thanksgiving. So the night before Thanksgiving, we would have our dance. It was the homecoming dance, and what we would do is we would dress up a dummy in a St. Ray's uniform, and we would make a casket. They would put him in a casket, and we would light it on fire and send it down the river. And we did that for years and years. It was like the homestay. At one time, I know Westerly and Stonington's rivalry is great, but at one time, Tolman and Saints was right there with it. And I was very I'm disappointed that they stopped doing it. And I think it was around 97, they stopped, or 98, they stopped doing the rivalry. But Tolman and Saints, that was a rivalry that we didn't like them, they didn't like us, but it was fun. It was all in good fun, They did their own thing about Tolman. They would beat up a tiger, and they would hang it, and it was all in good fun.
Coach Pennington said, "You get arrested if you do that now."
Oh yeah, you're right, Coach.
Now.
You're right, Coach. Absolutely. But back in the day, it was in good fun. And there's some pictures on the if you grew up in Pawtucket page, you'll see it. It'll say Thanksgiving Tolman rivalry, and it shows the casket. And we would all stand on the overpass bridge, and the thing would go down the river. It was cool, and we would all cheer, go back into the dance, and that was it. That's what we did.
It seems like you get arrested for anything now except for stealing from a booster club.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I'm gonna put this police report up on my page. I just can't take it no more with everything going on over there at Mount Pleasant. With the BS Jay Addison's doing, him saying that Coach D'Souza is a helper. I never seen a helper with a headset on. I never seen a helper calling offensive plays during passing league. You know what I mean? But I just want to let the people know what kind of people are over there at Mount Pleasant running the show. And I want to let everyone know what happened at Scituate High School. And I'm glad you came forward to speak the truth. I respect that a lot of people.
Yep. Mike, I had to, because people were starting to look at me different. I mean, I'm a good guy. I'm a businessman. I have a family. I have children that all play the game of football. I love the game of football. And just my association with I want to say trash is what I feel like now. It hurt me in a lot of ways. And he never came to bat for me. Things went down at the Steelers. He didn't come to bat for me. And it's just at the end of the day, you just sit back, you reflect and say, you know what? I'm better off now than I was then. And when you said answer it in one question, one word, no, I definitely wouldn't have went there.
Yeah, because I think I asked you if you would.
And I said in 3 words. I know. I rewatched it.
Oh, yeah.
I heard what you said, too. You're like, oh, that was only 1 word, right? But you said
right. Yeah, I mean, I didn't go to school for this. I'm learning as I go. I'm trying. I'm trying to keep football. I'm trying to keep sports in Rhode Island. Just the way everything's going on from North Smithfield to North Kingstown, everything going on is just ridiculous. I read today, which was let me get it up here, because sexual abuse of students by other students is happening more frequently in schools than reported. According to a new investigative report, they tallied during a 4-year period at least 17,000 cases around the country, including many that are being treated as bullying or hazing instead. This is astonishing.
It is, and I think it's the times we're living in too, Mike. Because when I was a kid, we didn't hear about stuff like that. I had a father and a mother. If I acted like that or did anything bad, or we got the old fashioned, you know what, and we were in line, and we respected what was right and what was wrong.
You're right, Jay Addison. I got nothing to say to you, and I got plenty to say about you. You watch how much I got to say about you. Watch you watch. You said, see if I got enough juice to get you out of there. That's my goal. But anyway, Eddie, what's the future for you? How's life coming on? How's Colin? How's the kids?
Future's good. Kids are doing really well. I'm exploiting my option. Yeah, I'm sitting back. Like I said, I have a couple opportunities out there to coach. A couple of coaches reached out to me, so that's pleasant to me. I like to coach again this season, some football, and the right situation comes along, great. And I want to help a team that needs help, whatever it takes. I'll carry the water coolers if I have to. I want to coach and have fun. I like coaching football,
You want to
and
be involved.
I want to be involved and use my mind because I'm a good coach. I know the game very well. I can mold kids, and that's what I want to do. I like to be a part of a team that wants me there and wants my expertise on the field and what I can bring to the table. And there's something up. There's a team out there that I'm sure I can land at and do that.
Now, Eddie, the other day, I did a show. You're involved in this situation. West Warwick Steelers, the Jersey situation.
Hmm.
It came up that finally they went to the police department,
Hmm.
and actually filed a report. Now, are the parents going to the police department as well to file reports?
All of us are. I got a call today from officer. I don't want to say his name, but he called me today, and me and a bunch of parents went up there. We filed our reports, and I'm pressing charges. I'm not going to let someone get away with just taking money from us and taking money from kids. I'm tired of
And
it. I'm sick and tired of it.
now I know that dude over there from Mark had said today that actually, let me see. He said we are going to do everything we can to help them get their money back, and if the police results don't work, we then will be more than likely to come out of our own pocket and give parents their money from this slime bag. We
Well,
as an organization will make right by all these parents.
I've been in constant contact with Mark. Me and Mark were friends, really good friends for a while. And this season, our friendship got a little strained, but he's been in contact with me and we've been keeping in touch. And he's been really checking up on the situation. He was like, Eddie, did you get down there? Make sure the parents go down there. So Mark is really trying to do his due diligence and get us our money. And he told me today, he's like, you need to file a report because you guys are the one that gave the money, not the league. And which I understand that. So that's what we all did. There was a bunch of us parents went down there today. I bet you, I guess a couple more are going tomorrow. It doesn't take this long to give back. It was $40, but we have the guy taking pictures up in Cape Cod up there where he is, having a good time.
Yes, I seen that and kind of laughing. He actually watched the podcast I did last week on the Steelers, and I'm sure he's watching this now. I can actually see
That's cool.
Jay Addison's what they were. I could see when you're watching this stuff, people. So just to let you know that I know when you're watching, and kind of like Santa Claus, I know when you're watching. I know when you're not. You excited about this upcoming football season?
I'm very excited about it, and I sponsored a thing on the show. I want to come on once a week and talk about football with you. Like I said, I would like to get on a team that wants me there, but if that doesn't happen, I'm still going to go watch football and enjoy the game. And who knows what opportunity opens up. I'm excited. I think a lot of teams are going to do very well. I'm excited about Pilgrim this year. I'm excited also about West Warwick. I think West is going to do a really good job at West Warwick. That team is going to come in through the back door this year and I think do very well. They got a lot of good kids over there. Tolman, I think, is going to always be tough. A lot of teams. Pontiganset, they're going to be. I'm interested to see what they're going to do because they're well coached with Jimmy over there and the new addition of Cliff. And then I'm also interested in to see what Scituate's going to do. How are they going to respond? Are they going to have a team? They're not going to have a team? What's going on? I don't know.
Jay Addison, you want to come on the show? You want to be a lot? You can come on the show, but you have to answer all the questions. Call me. Nobody wants to talk to you. I told you to kick rocks, bro. You're not accurate with your posts. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. We got nothing to say to you, so kick rocks. You know what I mean? We'll see you. I'll see you. Whatever. I ain't gonna argue with you. But Eddie, thank you, man. It's always nice. I appreciate it. I'm glad you was able to come on. Did I leave anything out?
I don't think so. I'm sure things have been left out, but because there were so many things, and like I said before, I'm just here to clear the air, tell the truth, and do it for the kids, man. You guys coach for the kids, do it for the right reasons. No cash grabbing. That needs to stop. These guys making tons of money from kids. Coach football, man. Have fun. Let the kids have memories. That's what it's about. Learn. Teach them how to be young men. Teach them a career. Talk to them. Be mentors instead of meal
That's right.
tickets. Instead of meal tickets.
That's right. Jay Addison, you want to be a guest on the show? Oh, actually, let me fix this. Nope. If Jay Addison, you want to be a guest on the show, you're more than welcome to be a guest. But if you want to talk to me, it's going to be live on camera. You got something to say, you say to everybody. Other than that, I really got nothing to say to you. And that's what it is, All right, Eddie, man. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon. Eddie's gonna be on the show once a week. We're gonna be, like he told you, he's gonna be going to football games. This guy's gonna sponsor his own show. What's up with that?
Mm-hmm.
Here's a guy that really enjoys talking about football.
Yep.
Mentors instead of meal tickets. I like it. Wes Pennington said the same thing. You know?
And that's how I feel. And that's the part of when I was a kid, guys got on the field, they taught you, they worked with you, and you didn't have to pay for that. I mean, you just went to work. And the kids appreciate it more. But hey, it's a different time now. We don't need to buy jerseys, t-shirts, and shorts and none of that crap. I would take a t-shirt and draw a number on it with a marker. That's what we did, and we had fun doing it. And I think that's what we need to do. Is just make the game for the kids instead of the adults bickering around about it. Just teach football, make a better brand. There's no accident why. You know what?
No, go ahead.
There's no accident why teams like Hendrigan and are always the top team because you don't hear that crap over there. They have a coach over there that cares about his program.
No,
and he keeps it private, and that's why that team every single year wins for a reason. Everyone wants to say, oh, yeah, they got the best kids. Yeah, they got the best kids, but guess what? They also got the best coaches, too, and they run a program.
No, they really do. I usually don't mention sponsors when I do stuff like this, but I think this is deserving on Through the Smoker, what barbecue can teach you about how God prepares a man. I think a lot of these coaches need to read this book. So start the new year off right. Pick up the book, Rally Point, mensministries.org. Coach Pennington wrote the book. He's got another book coming out. So let's all support each other.
Coach Pennington's a good man. I don't know him personally, but what I see of him, he's a good guy. I'm very impressed with Coach Pennington.
And if you're looking to recover, if you have a kid that's injured or wants to get back on the field, before you do all these crazy things, reach out to Recover Rhode Island. Coach Washington opened up a brand new business, doing really, really good things. So get your kid over there, see if he can help you get back on the field. He don't work with bones and stuff. Don't fix bones, stuff like that. This is all muscle work, recovery work, reflexes, massage and stuff. So definitely go check out what Coach Washington has going on. He's on the corner of Knight and Washington Street. What's the odds? Knight and Washington Street.
You know why? It's meant to be. It's meant to be, Mike.
It's meant to be. Praise God.
It's meant to be. You know what I mean? God's telling him, hey, you're doing God's work.
That's right. And definitely get out to Breakthrough this weekend, man. Week 4 we have coming up in the passing league. Right here you got Team Yellow. Hang on, my voice.
Come on, Team Red. Let's go. Step it up.
Yeah, there we go. Team Red 1-8.
Come on,
like they said in passing league, anything can go down. Like it could be, you could be a bad team struggling. Team Red is struggling, but Mike Washington said from Team Yellow that they almost beat them. Yeah, they almost beat them. So we'll see. Breakthrough has a lot of great things going on, a lot of camps going on. Actually, here's a picture of one of Mike Washington's patients the other day, right before Breakthrough. He was coming in to get a little bit of work done. He said he has all state-of-the-art equipment. It's all licensed everything. So get in there and check out Recover Rhode Island. Get out to the Lyman Challenge. I heard this is going to be a very good event. A lot of people are going to be there. I'll be there, so just show up. This will be a great event. And one thing I got to say, if people got a problem with me, don't come to people's events looking for me. Don't go to Breakthrough. Don't go to these passing leagues and try to start trouble at people's events, because that's just off.
Nobody's going to go to an event looking for you, Mike.
No, but imagine that they don't like what I have. It's always, can we keep it real until it's about you and yours, and it is what it is. Like, here's a man that's suspended before the season starts. So it is what it is, Eddie. Thank you for always keeping it real. And you
have a good night, Mike, and thank you guys for having me on, and I look forward to talking to you soon.
Yes, sir. Eddie Insko. Hopefully he'll land a good job. Hey, if you coaches need a decent coach, Eddie said, give me a call. I'll come in. I'll go up in the box on game night. I'll do whatever you want. Look, my boy, Big Pen, that's all I need. My boy Pennington said he's got my back.
That's all you need.
Yeah, shout out to Coach Pennington. I love everything he's doing. My prayers go out to everybody in North Smithfield, everybody in North Kingstown that was affected by these horrible events that went on up there. Keep Jeff Piver in your thoughts, because I'm sure he's struggling, a man that kind of has no idea what's going on. But I definitely want to pray for these kids that were affected by these horrible things, the things I'm hearing out of these programs. You know what I mean? Make these guys look like altar boys. But they're not going to be happy because we keeping it real. And what are you going to do? Say, oh, he's not the OC. He's a helper. I never seen a helper with a headset on. But thank you, everybody, for coming on the show. We're going to talk more. We're going to look into the cheerleading situation. I'm going to reach out to the president and vice president over there at Ocean State Steelers and see if we can get something done for the cheerleaders, because they feel they were done wrong as well. A lot of great things coming on. Get out to all the fundraisers that all these programs have. Get out to what Coventry has coming up. The Lyman Challenge is going to be very, very exciting. Get out to Breakthrough. Elite Football School has a big event coming up. It's like a couple-day event. Grades 6 through 12. EliteFootballSchool.com. Go over there and sign up today. And listen, everybody, I'm not about hate. I'm not about putting down these programs. I'm just talking about what's really going on. And they can manipulate it and say I'm wrong, but you check my credibility. You check the history, and I have never put out anything wrong. I do my homework. I make sure. I could be talking all types of smack about North Smithfield, but you know what? I want to wait till we have all the information. It's only right. And what is right? Get out to the We Not Me football camp Saturday, July 23rd, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Barry Field, $20 per athlete. And also, don't forget my guy, Blizzy Blake, the all-in football camp, non-tackle youth football camp coming up to teach fundamentals of the game and the importance of teamwork. 1:30 to 4 p.m. Definitely check that out. We have a lot of great things coming up. And if that's it, I guess we out of here. I think that's about it. I hear you. I mean, how does your son feel about all this? Being the center of attention. How does he feel about being on Central's program now?
Well, to be honest, I mean, my son, he doesn't really like the situation that's going on as far as, his senior year. Well, it was kind of being threatened, like you couldn't play it. And I told my son, I said, don't worry about it. I'm going to do what I have to do. I assure you, you will be playing your senior year. But, he gave camp his all. He was always respectful to him. He was always respectful to his teammates. But the second time when he told him he wasn't coming back for his senior year, then, Cam started, talking bad about my son. Oh, he stinks. I don't know why you even want this kid. You know what I mean? Oh, his dad's a problem. His dad's rude. His dad's crazy.
So they'll redo the play. Sideline warning to Mount Pleasant. And it'll be 1st and 10 once again. And then now another flag has been thrown from the backfield.
Yeah, what's that about? Let's see.
And Mount Pleasant not too happy. Unsportsmanlike conduct foul against Mount Pleasant again from the backfield, not even in the course of the play.
They must be saying stuff that we can't hear, obviously from here, but that's 30 free yards right there. That's just undisciplined football. That's just probably a lot of emotion, too. Towards the end of the season, you're down 14. You gotta take better care of your emotions if you're Mount Pleasant right now. You can't be getting up free yards because this game is not completely over yet. You're getting up free yards, 30 free yards in back-to-back plays. That's terrible.
So Tolman has taken this ball all the way to the 35 on the opposite side of the field, just on penalties alone. It's 1st and 10 from the 35, 4:37 left to go, with the Tigers leading 20-6. And now a word with the referees and the Mount Pleasant coaching staff. Carrion hands that one off, barreling through the middle and picking up 6 on the play. Maybe actually even a little more than that was Osei.
Yeah, probably about 9 right there for Osei. It's probably about his average on tonight. It's pretty incredible.
They're going to give him 8 on the play, and it's going to make a 2nd and 2.
Until all is done, I ain't ruckus, so please don't call me Mr. 401. It's Mr. Rags, you can call me. I'm still in that 401. From where we was, look at all we become. For what it's worth, I put my.
All right, we back, man. But thank you, everybody. I appreciate everybody tuning in. We're almost getting ready for the season. What's going on with some of these programs. I finally talked to Scituate High School head coach, asked him how he was doing with numbers, and he said, they are getting there. They're starting to build. It wasn't easy to get these kids to come back in, but it looks like now we have they're finally starting to get some numbers. EWG is hurting tremendously. I think I seen like 10 kids. I actually have another email to read from EWG as well. And if any parents have emails you want me to read, feel free to send them in to me, and I will definitely read them. Just say, yes, you have permission to read this on your show. So right now, we're going to read an email. This email is from an EWG Pro Football. It's pretty sad when players don't want to be at practice. This was last week. Coach Scituate doesn't even stay anymore. He drops his son off and leaves fast. I asked him if he was happy. Now look what you and a few others have done to this program. And I told him, I don't know why your profile on Instagram says you're a coach, because you're not. Last year, and nothing against Stanton. I'm just like, they want me to read the email, so it is what it is. Last year, how many players were at practice? Over 30. Last year, wasn't there a lineman camp? Last year, didn't they have passing league? What a damn shame. What happened to this program? I'm saddened by this. There are players who left football to do track and other players who left AAU baseball. Bad owl. All right, people. We out of here. We'll be back tomorrow. Shout out to everybody. Get out to these camps. Get out to the Elite Football School camp. Grades 6 through 12, elitefootballschool.com. Get out, watch the rest of these breakthrough events going on. You know, get out and support Recover Rhode Island. Get out and support everybody. Like, nothing wrong with that.
Get ready, it's coming. You hunting or you running? Get ready, get ready.